The Coastal Conservation Association is a grassroots organization committed to conserving, promoting, and enhancing the present and future availability of our marine resources for the benefit and enjoyment of all public stakeholders. CCA is the only fisheries group of its kind in Maryland. We constantly ask ourselves, what's best for the fish? Because what's best for the fish is what's best for the resource, and what's best for the resource is best for us all. We characterize this as taking a fish-first approach, and it's visible in everything we do, from advocating specific fisheries issues in the state legislature to building and restoring new and degraded habitat in the bay. The Central Region chapter was founded in 2014 and has been making an impact ever since. The chapter started the Living Reef Action Campaign, which has grown into the flagship habitat and outreach model for the state, by engaging the community to spread awareness of the difference we can make at a local level. In just 2 short years, the chapter has directly engaged more than 1,000 students through in-class education and hands-on projects, hosted several youth fishing derbies, received the Project of the Year award from the Carroll County Environmental Advisory Council, and Maryland Recycling Network's Outstanding Environmental and Community Leadership Award, oversaw the construction of over 300 student-made reef balls.
Hey, we all know the water in the Chesapeake could be better, but you know what? It's getting a big boost today. You know why? A group of Linton Springs elementary school kids turned out today they are building oysters reef balls to help breed the filtering creatures, and that'll clean up the water. Teachers say it's important to get students all involved in this.
Recycled more than 350,000 waste oyster shells. Sank a community-built reef seeded with oyster larvae in the Chesapeake Bay, and restored nearly 4 million new oysters to the bay.
Protecting the bay is important, and one group is doing its part to make sure what lives there stays there for a long time, but are putting oyster reef balls in the bay to encourage the production of more wildlife. ABC2's Tony Marsala tells us more about the project.
This is a 5-year-old oyster reef ball. This is a vision of the future.
So their reefs provide habitat for small invertebrates, shrimp, blue crabs will start coming into the reefs.
This is a promise for the future.
Pretty much want this around for when my kids get old enough to understand why we did this. I'd like to be able to say that I helped do it. Somebody's got to do it.
J.R. Witzel woke up early.
Way too early in the day to be sweating like this.
And spent his vacation day with one goal in mind.
Trying to save the bay. I came about, started hanging out with Rick and the CCA guys, and the next thing you know, I'm taking vacation and coming out here to help load reef balls and take them out and put them back in the bay.
CCA's volunteers are passionate about conserving our resource for the enjoyment of all public stakeholders today and for future generations. We work tirelessly every day to promote better conservation measures, access to our resources, and much-needed improvements in habitat. We champion the 365-day fishing license, providing recreational anglers more bang for their buck. We were also a key force behind the Sustainable Oyster Harvest Act in 2016. That was perhaps the single most important piece of legislation ever passed to help turn around the endangered Chesapeake wild oyster. CCA relies on the support of generous donors like yourselves to continue our long history of profound results. Please help us make that difference tonight, and we thank you for your ongoing support of CCA Maryland.